Hi and welcome to part 2 of the SponsorEd Generation 2 presentation. Here in front of you, you can see a draft site made with that template, and if you recall in presentation 1, that wireframed architecture, you can see it playing out here. So logo and banner, horizontal navigation, homepage gallery, sliders or quick links. This area here called section, where it's got very skimmable content with a read more, and I'll show you the clever way that we deal with that in Generation 2. And another area here called section, which is really any form of content that you want it to be, and I'll show you some clever things that we've done there too. Alright, let's have a look in behind the system. Here is what the web administrator will see, and it's vastly different to what you're used to today, but just as simple but more feature rich. So this is where you change the website content, create calendar events, upload your media, photos, documents, video, where you manage your e-commerce because we now have online payments capabilities, communication devices, newsletter in particular, and your subscriber groups, website users, so all the administrators, and these days we have hierarchical access to the website, so you can have certain people look at certain sections, or manage certain sections and not others. And setup is where we'll go now, and we'll go to site layout, and this is where we'll make some changes to the website. Now let's go back to the live site. So there it is here, that minimalist look, and at the moment we've got this header, so this manage site header radio button set to narrow, so that's that again minimalist look. If we click on wallpaper, this is an image that I uploaded a little while ago, and this was just an image shot on my iPhone. Close to home, I hit the update button and that site's updated. I go back to the live site, hit refresh, and now we've got quite a different personality. So it's a great way to get some local icons into your website, or scan the kids' artwork and have that sitting in there every week if you like, or you might be running particular themes, so you may want to have autumn leaves in there for autumn, and you can go crazy, as they say. Now, if we look here, our black writing now is not as contrasty as it was previously, so that's a very simple thing to change, so I'll just do that quickly. Here's the heading at the moment, it's in black. I'll just turn that to white, just the heading, hit update, and let's see what it's done. There you go, so you've got font control as well. Okay, back to the management console. What are some of the other things we can do? In here we can manage the homepage gallery, because at the moment we've got that very wide panoramic picture, hence the title here, Panorama, which is very much in line with that Facebook timeline look now, square edge, big and bold. So we've followed the leader. So if we click on Window, this presents us with two different styles now for presenting the home page. So this one here is called Only Picture, and if I hit the update button, I always have to remember to hit the update button. I go back to the live site, refresh it. Now all of a sudden I've got a shorter photo, as you can see here, when we're able to put in headings or labels for our photos. And this area here called Section has now been pushed to the top, so again a slightly different feel. I'll give you a look at one more. The other one's called Picture with Text, and we've just again put something in there as a bit of demo. And you can see here now you've got a more streamlined photo and the ability to add a great amount of text. And again, all of these galleries have their own slideshow. So what I'll do is I'll go back to Panorama, because that's my favourite, and show you something else that we can do. By the way, we have a footer here where you're able to put your own colour scheme in there, but also documents like privacy statements and maybe a quick contact us. You can look at a lot of other websites and see the way they manage their footer. Here we have homepage article display. Now at the moment we have this one called Words Only, so I'll just update that, and again I'll go back to our website, and you can see we have these articles and there's only words. Now we also have the option, if you want to be a bit more visual, and we know primary schools in particular are very, very visual places. We'll refresh that again, and now you can see we've used this one called Small Pic. So just a bit of visual interest. Again, it's got a headline, a sentence or two, and a read more. Okay, so there's three different styles of articles, three different styles of gallery setting, and what I'll show you now is one of the smarts. We think it's one of the smarts anyway. If we go to this in the website content area and we go to articles, and again articles is only that short chunky content on the home page. I'll show you how we actually craft that content. So I'll just pick up one here called Pet Day, and by the way, here you can see that we're using across all our pages a far more advanced editor that has a lot more font control and colour control that the schools have been telling us for years that they've wanted. Also, some other neat features too. This button here, if you're pasting content in from Word, and that in a lot of cases is where your content comes from, you copy your Word document and then you paste it in here. I won't do it to keep this thing going. And what it does is it's more likely to keep your original formatting. Whereas in our current system, when you copied things across, sometimes bullet points collapsed or paragraphs disappeared. This will preserve it more accurately. So the reason why we have two editing panels here is to try and provide you with the opportunity to write short, chunky articles for the home page. So you might have an article of 300 words, but really you wouldn't want to put 300 words on the home page. So you might just lead with 2 or 3 sentences here and continue writing the rest of the article down here. Now, when you hit the submit button, what you'll see on the home page is this concept here. So this text went as far as you allowed it to go, so a few sentences, and then you kept on writing, and then that created the web page automatically inside the web system, and it created this automatic read more. So when you click it, there's the rest of the article. So this turns you into a far better web publisher, and it makes it really easy for you to write in a skimmable way, chunking the content, creating interest, and allowing people to find their piece of relevance more simply. So that's quite a unique feature, and we love talking about that. All right, what else can I show you? Let's have a look at a web page. So here are all our web pages sitting here. If I wanted to create a web page, I'd just hit the Create New button. I won't do that now. It's a normal page. But I'll just show you some of the features. You create a page title, meta description and meta keywords. These are things that don't appear on the website but are in the code that allow your websites to be more search engine optimization friendly, and for some people that's important to them. Here again is where you write your content as normal, but here you have a lot more control. A lot of these boxes you won't tick, but if you're wanting to do something in a more sophisticated way, this is what they do. So you may not want to show that website in your main navigation, but have it as a page that only people that are emailed that link can see. We'll keep that as normal. When you may want to publish the page now or just keep it in a draft form. You may want to insert a photo gallery, and this is really neat. You're able to create a gallery, and let's say it's Footy Fun Day, and you're able to scoop up maybe 10 or 20 or 30 pictures and create a gallery called Footy Fun Day, and then elect to paste that on any website page that you want. Here you will see a drop-down menu of all the galleries that are available for you to paste in any page you like. I've created one a little while ago called Surf Camp, and I'll show you how that works later. Section. Remember that right-hand side there that we called section? Well, we create little pockets of content, and every page can have its own array of sections. Let's say we want to put a newsletter subscription section there, and let's say we want to put a calendar in there as well, and we want that one to be in position number 1 and the second one in position number 2. Then as you publish that page, the right hand side will be adorned with a newsletter button and also an events button. We won't bother that for now. Access type. Do you want to make that page open to everyone, or are there some pages on your website that you only want to have for private access and only for people with approved passwords? Now here it gets a bit more interesting too. Generally you may not tick any of these, but you're able to create roles and create, for example, a role called teacher. And you might say this page can be manageable by someone who has the status called teacher. Or conversely, you might create a page with someone that has the status called parents and friends or P&C or council member, and only those people will be able to manage only those pages. So it gives you a great deal of sophistication and control. You're able to insert audio and video files, and then you submit the page. Look, I'll get out of there, and as they say, I'll go to a page that we prepared earlier. So once you've created the page, you can poke that page into anywhere in your navigation. Now here is what your website looks like. This is a main navigation label called Home. You can see that juts out to the left, so that has a higher hierarchy. So let's have a look at that. Home, About Us and New. And if we go back to our home page, Home, About Us and New. So these are all the pages that have that main navigation, and these are all, I guess, the children that are attached to that parent. Now, if you want to change the hierarchy of any page, then, and actually, okay, let's do something first. Let's just add a page to this label here called New. So I'm going to add a page. I hit the plus button. I go looking for that page, and I'll pick one up called there you go, Surf Camp. And I check that. Now, Surf Camp at the moment appears as a main navigation, but if I want to make that a child to that parent called New, I just move that arrow there, and there it is. So if I go to the home page, I go to New, and we will be able to see, there we go, Surf Camp. Okay. And here's that album I spoke to you about. This is the one I called Surf Camp, and I've only got 2 photos in there, but anyone can just click through them left and right as they go through. And that's that. Let's go back. So deleting a page is very simple. Just hit the cross. It's extremely straightforward. Right. Now I'll go to this home page section here, and let me remind you what's on our home page in the section area. At the moment we have this translator, subscribe to newsletter. If people press that, they're able to put in their name, details, email, and then you're able to create different subscriber groups that they can belong to. They will belong to the school's all group, but then there might be a grade 6 group, grade 5, sports club, whatever it might be. So here we've got 3 things in the section